3 days before that is when I visited the 6050. So I thought this is just what OpTic was. I was like, this is just what you guys do all the time.
Get robbed.
I don't know what happened, but you stayed in my bed.
I kind of remember that. Kind of don't.
You were like super drunk, and I was like, what happened? You were like, bro, I just got robbed. And then I learned what happened, and I was like,
welcome to. Did I just have a brain fart?
yeah, what the fuck just happened?
You do the intro. Episode 40.
Welcome to episode 40. What was that?
That's the intro.
I saw Roger carrying something in my brain, just like
Oh my god!
took control.
I thought I was gonna have to go to
Bro,
take you to the hospital.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Have you seen those videos of Cardi B like talking outside? And she like freezes.
Yeah.
And then they said the same thing about Conor McGregor that he's also a robot manipulated
by. Or they also think they're what are reptilians?
Yeah.
You seen those?
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Because like Cardi B will just like she'll like be talking and she'll like do doing this and then all of a sudden
Really?
and
Yeah.
then she'll go back. It's really. Can you pull it up?
Are you good? Is everyone
Matt's
good?
the robot.
Yeah, I
Have you
haven't
seen it?
that.
Every
Yeah.
time we looked over,
Imagine my eyes, like I just blink like sideways once.
About to start.
Oh, they close?
Yeah. You're just like, what the fuck?
he doesn't know what to look
Cardi
up.
B.
Cardi B.
Conspiracy.
Cardi B reptilian.
No, just conspiracy is fine. Conspiracy theorists convince celebrities are under mind control. Okay, so I believe I don't know if under mind control. I think they're just under
mind control.
under more money control.
Googling yourself. You see this? You're like, what?
You're Cardi B. Well, there's a video.
So yeah, search on fucking YouTube, Matt. Not on Wired.
Do you think who had to make that
Right there,
Wired
the bottom
article?
one,
was
validation.
just-
Validate up. The second one. Yeah, right there. So here we go. Anyway, look, watch. She's cool. She's cool.
She's like,
Oh wait, yeah. This is it.
Well, I don't know.
Look, ready?
I
She sees-
think
she's-
that all the planets,
Whoa, easy.
if they orbited
Easy.
the world, then
Wait, I can't even tell what part it was. Well,
All right.
anyway,
just watching it on mute.
it's just a regular. Is that DJ Khaled?
Watching a normal acceptance speech with no sound.
Well, anyway, yeah. Where did we start talking? How did we start talking about that?
Because that's what happened to Hex.
That's right. I just froze, and I'm like, I'm under mind control. Anyway, have you guys have all listened to the Drake album?
Yeah.
The new one. For how long? Did you listen to all 29 songs?
Yeah.
Start to finish, you too?
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
I've been listening on repeat, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I started to. I
Sorry.
fell asleep on the flight back, but I started to. I woke up to that I Love You one.
I love you.
It sort of traumatized me because it felt like one of those Inception songs.
Yes, I can
You know what
see
I'm saying? And then you're like, fucking. That's how I felt.
Oh, Inception. Yeah,
In
yeah. I
Inception.
was thinking of Insidious. Tiptoe through the window.
Oh, I love that song.
I have
You guys
not
all
seen
over
that.
the place right now.
I have not seen that. I have not seen that. What do you think? Formal, you like it? Not like
Really
it?
good. Really good. The guy's a goat.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah. The more I'm listening to it, the more I'm realizing I like every single song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too?
Sort of getting to that point. Like the first time I listened through it, there was like 4 or 5 songs where I was like, those are bangers. And then some of the other ones I was like, But the more I listen to it, it's like he's just too good.
I mean, he's got to be too good, right? Because he dropped 20. How many songs total?
21.
Yeah, it's like 23 or something.
23. Oh, 23. Look at
Something
him.
like that.
23 songs. Just to reiterate the fact that he's the best entertainer alive right now. Rapper, I haven't heard it. I like his flow. I like everything about it. Like I don't have nothing bad to say about him.
What don't people like? They're so
What?
because when you say rapper, you're like, I get it. Like his songs are great, but like as a rapper,
Here's the thing. Here's what I'll say: is if he did what he did on 7 a.m. and Bridal Path, if he did that for a full album, then I think people would say, I don't think people would be able to like dispute his rapping ability. Like, but the fact that he sings so much on every album and he does like, He usually does one like TikTok track,
I
and
think
then
Hector said it best. I think he's the best entertainer.
yeah, like the best
best
art. I think
entertainer.
he's my favorite artist.
He's good
for sure.
lyrically.
He
You know what I mean?
is.
He is really good lyrically.
I mean, and then you got to take into account that there's like a lot of accusations that there's ghostwriters and shit like that. You know, like,
Dude, somebody write me a song. I can't flow like that.
no, I know.
even if
that's,
I
that's
read
what
it.
I'm saying.
That's
It's
true,
like Drake.
yeah.
Drake could pretty much say whatever the fuck he wants, and I'll bob my head to it. You know.
Yeah.
And that's like where I think he's the best at.
Yeah.
He can make you bob your head to like anything.
Yeah, I have like such a love for his like AM PM series, which is like, do you know about that? Like,
No.
So like he has a song. It's like he made a song in like 2011. It's called 6 p.m. in New York.
Yeah.
And then
First he made, was it 9 p.m. in Dallas?
9 p.m. in Dallas. That was what I was thinking of. 9 p.m. in Dallas was like his first time, and he just like it was just like
Something
a good beat, and he just rapped the whole time, no hook. And he does that. He does that like every 3 years. He put out another one 6
9
p.m.
a.m. in Dallas.
9 a.m.
Yeah, sorry.
9 a.m. in
That was
Dallas.
like 6
Can't
p.m.
believe
in
I
New
fucked that
York,
up.
and then like
5 a.m. in Toronto.
yeah, 5 a.m. in Toronto, 3 p.m. in Calabasas, and then so every time he does one of those, it's just gonna be a beat, and he's just gonna rap the whole time. So when I saw that on the track list, I was like, I could not wait.
What's the name of this one?
7 a.m. on Bridle Path, which is where that's where he lives, and he wrote that because of whenever Kanye like posted his address. Did you see that?
No.
Kanye like went crazy
Yeah,
and
they're
posted.
beefing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole song is about Kanye. That whole song is about Kanye. And so, but regardless, if he rapped like that every time on every track, like that would be incredible. But he'll never do that because
He just doesn't even want to do that.
yeah, he cares so much about like the numbers and about being number one. And you can't be number one if you rap like that. Like nobody's ever just rapped and was
Bro,
number one.
Look,
Besides maybe like Eminem.
no, but even
Nas.
yeah, like Nas.
Do you think Nas was a top seller?
Back then,
yeah, back
probably.
Was
then.
he?
Yeah,
I don't
Like his
I mean,
first
I wasn't
album?
alive.
yeah, 100%. And
And
it was
all
good.
he did was rap on
Yeah, but like in comparison to like you can't compare.
Illmatic
What I was gonna say this is like, would you rather be the best rapper ever, or would you rather be fucking Drake? I'll pick Drake, even as like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's just trans. He's like a Michael Jackson figure. He's got to be like one of the most popular people on Earth, if not the most popular person on planet Earth, right? Even people who don't speak English fuck with his
God's
songs.
plan. They fuck with God's plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I think that you reach these levels of stardom where being the best at something just isn't the wave, right? Like I love A$AP Rock like up until maybe Bazooka Tooth, and then after that I stopped listening, right? But then even then, like I know he's my favorite, but I still would rather be, Drake than that. But if I had my choice, obviously I'd pick to be Eminem.
You know what's crazy about Drake? It's like, so he came out with a song called TSU. Now, like everyone that goes to TSU is, no matter if they are a Drake hater or not, if he goes to TSU and performs there, everyone there is gonna know the lyrics to that song, and they're gonna fuck with Drake. Every single person.
And that shit happens.
You know what I'm saying?
He does that so often with so many. I mean, even besides like Toronto, like he does it with
Yeah.
what is the college he goes for? Kentucky.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is he a fan of Kentucky? But
Yeah.
everyone in Kentucky just fucks with Drake. You know
Yeah.
what I
Now,
mean?
TSU, it's like,
That's like
And
a,
the same thing with TSU
it's
now.
like, yeah, it's like.
that's a really good strategy.
Oh,
I mean,
for
I know
sure.
he
It's
just
like
fucks
if
with
he wants
them.
to show someone like, yo, you want to see like how many people ride my shit? Yeah, watch this. Everyone, let's go to TSU now, and now like everyone there's gonna be like super into Drake, even if they weren't. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
refuse to believe that there is somebody out there. Look, I don't. Haters of Drake exist, right? They're literal haters. They have nothing else to fucking do but to. I just don't get behind shit like that though. Like from an artist perspective, like he's fucking doing his thing. Period. And there's no way to hate. Like you openly hate about something, knowing that you're wrong at that point.
Yeah.
Because me, as the biggest fucking rap hater of this day and age, like I can say that I fuck with it, and I am the biggest
You
hater.
fuck with Drake?
I do. I've been saying that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty-
you've always said you had.
Yeah.
You just never. I've just never seen you like listen to songs that weren't Wu-Tang.
Bro, ask Jude. Jude said Jude's like you've been listening to the same shit for 13. Well, now like 20 years.
Yeah, it's
We're like how does
crazy.
that not get old?
I don't know how you do it. Like
When you-
I love Take Care, but if I was still listening to Take Care, I would be like going crazy.
I'll prove it to you like this. Remember that one road trip that you, me, Proofy, and somebody else took to Dallas? Oh, Jay?
I thought you did that on purpose. I was like, damn.
No.
Yeah. It was the four of us.
Yeah. And
Wait,
then
Proofy was there too.
And then Proofy's like, Hex, you don't listen to music? And I was just like, I don't. The fact of the matter is, I don't.
We were just sitting there in silence.
No, we were
5
talking.
hours.
We were talking.
Yeah, we were talking.
Yeah, we were. It's like it wasn't a thing. I don't know.
I forgot about that.
Something in my brain just disallows me from enjoying something new. And it's not a matter of me saying, "Oh, if you like this, you can't be true to yourself and dislike." You know what I mean? Like it's not that. It's just that I'm not. My brain, for some reason, isn't interested in anything else.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel with a lot of stuff just in life. Like my brain's just not interested.
Yeah,
in.
so
I
I'm
feel
good.
like what the average human brain is interested in. What was your last album that you remember that you fucked with?
That I fucked with.
Yeah. Like you get in your car, you like go to your phone and you play something off that album.
Can't tell
And
you.
you're just like, damn, this is
Probably the Doomsday one. That's the one that I still to this
when
day
did that
just
come out?
like 1997. But I didn't listen to it until like in 1997 the internet didn't exist the way that the internet existed now. Like back in the day there used to be a website called Sandbox Automatic. That's where you would go to buy your CDs that were like hard to find, that you couldn't find at Tower Records, that you couldn't that. So my access to the shit that I had was just that. So I listened to Doomsday in like 2003 on the way to a Scribble Jam. You know what I mean?
Do you ever use LimeWire?
Okay, I was looking at
Yeah, I did.
Napster.
The Illmatic album's not on the top charts of 94 or 95.
I was 14, 15. I don't think I listened. I think in those days, what the fuck was I
What
listening
was?
It was like Mariah Carey and Green Day and something else. But it was like, and Doggy Style was third.
to? Yeah, but you got to understand this too, though. For an artist back then to break through like that, they had to have radio play. Radio controlled fucking everything. So rap, and I'm surprised you said Doggy Style because it had to have been like some sort of clean version, but rap never was really played out there because of the amount of censorship that they had to put around it.
It's like the local scene is like what drove. That's like when I was watching the Wu-Tang documentary, that was the crazy part about that is like how big the local scene is or was and kind of still is, I guess, in some cities for rap. Because like apparently like whenever people got like they played it on the radio once, like the Wu-Tang song, and it was like so crazy that people were like trying to find it in record stores so that they could spin that on their radio stations.
Not what song was that? Hold on, fucking Shazam that. Oh no, wait, let's go to YouTube. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. And it's not like you go to a thing and then you look and it's like protect your neck. Like was that? There's no way for you to know the name of the title,
especially back then. And like, I can't even imagine that. Like just being like, what was that?
Yeah.
Like, what noises were they making?
That? No.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't.
Bro, you used to have to wait for like 9 o'clock. You got to be next to your radio, wait for the first cue, and here comes Wu-Tang Clan, Protect Your Neck. You press play and record at the same time, and then you record the song,
That's nuts.
and then you stop it, and it's not the full song.
That's nuts.
That's not. That's like it's
how
censored.
The only time I've ever experienced that was with the Missy Elliott song. What?
I Can't Stand the Rain.
No.
I can't stand the rain.
No, there's what's the Missy Elliott song with Ludacris? Anyway, that song I listened to. I heard that song on the radio like 4 or 5 times, and every time I listened to it, I was like, "This is the best song ever."
You don't want to take me on a trip? I like to go somewhere song.
No,
That's with Kanye. I thought.
Gossip Folks.
Wait,
That song.
How does that song go?
Attaboy, Maddie. Maddie, can you play it and then sing it back to us? Because we
all,
can't hear it
all
now.
I'm thinking of flip it and reverse it. It's your woman when it.
Oh, right there. Yo, move out of the way. You got Missy Elliott coming through.
I'm a bad mama Gemma. I'm a bad mama Gemma. Y'all people don't gotta like me.
It's your woman when it.
Man, y'all aren't even listening. Yeah, it was. Look at it, it's not even real words.
He's like, music cues. That's you some views.
But anyway, I remember-
Cues and kiss that.
Regardless,
Pursue.
There was a
Fuck is that?
when I lived in Georgia, they would do like a top 100 countdown every Sunday, and so
The fuck?
yeah, so like they would start at like 5 a.m. and it would be like 100, and I remember at like 7 every week it would play because it would be like 84 or 85
Bangers.
and I was just like, I need to know what song that is. But I thought it was Lil' Kim at the time because I didn't know who Missy Elliott was. So I was trying to find out. But you couldn't even like, I mean, there was internet, but I wasn't like Googling Lil' Kim. You know, like I don't even know if Google was around. That's like how early it was.
I remember when I had my car,
Or Yahoo.
all I had was 3 CDs. I had One Below. Do you know One Below?
Yeah.
One Below, the Mobb Deep Infamous album, and something else. But now when I think of, like, because I was forced to listen to those so much, it's like so nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Dude, I think almost any album could be somebody's favorite album depending on their situation.
Yeah.
Just because like if that's all you listen to, then like
If that's all you
eventually you're
had.
gonna love it.
Yeah.
Like eventually you're gonna love
I
it.
had a
Like
D12 CD that my brother gave to me, and I just kept listening to it, and I was like, I fuck with D12.
so you probably
like-
know like word for word some
I know
songs
some
that
of the
like
songs, yeah.
that like nobody
That's when I
else
first
knows.
listened to Eminem. I was like,
What's your favorite song of all time?
favorite song of all time?
All time. Just one.
What if you had to take a song to an island?
Yeah.
Maybe fucking Marvin's Room.
Marvin's Room
Maybe I appreciate what Marvin's Room is.
on an island.
Mine might be "Look What You've
Yeah,
Done."
it's a pretty lonely island.
Look what
By
you've done.
myself.
Who's that?
Very
"Look What You've Done" by Drake.
Yeah. Same album. Best album
Godlike.
ever.
Album's godlike.
That shit's crazy. That was fucking 10 years ago.
Jesus. See, so you
That'd be
said.
depressing though.
What about you?
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I'm
you
saying.
got-
Like it would have to be.
Like I'm not trying to like. There's no way I can listen to like some upbeat ass fun song by myself though. I'd rather have it be like sad and make me feel something. You know, I'd rather cry on an island than be happy and bouncing around and being like, wow, this is lame.
Bro, the second that you get.
By
That's a
myself.
good point.
It's like, bro, there's like,
myself.
see, me, for me.
Just listening to God's plan.
First of-
God's plan.
Fuck that, dude.
See, the first, like, if I'm on an island, the last thing I'm doing is listening to fucking music. First thing I'm
Facts.
doing is I'm building
Yeah.
a shelter, looking for food and
Did you
firewood.
ask me the question?
No, I did. I just said, what's your favorite? He said the island
What about you? What's your favorite?
of all time.
Yeah.
One song.
Notorious Thugs by Notorious B.I.G. and
Notorious
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Is that
best
the
rap
spit
song-
your game, talk your shit?
Grab your gat, call your click,
Did you
squeeze
see
your
the-
clip, hit the right one.
Did you see what that dude tweeted us?
No.
It was like one of the guys.
Oh, that they was together. That
Yeah,
they were together.
They were
Yeah, yeah,
together. Yeah. They,
That made me happy. I
they
saw
all,
that and I was
apparently
like,
they all went in and did it right there on that night, and then Biggie took it home and wrote his verse. That's just crazy.
one of the best fucking
One
rap
night,
verses ever.
bro.
Sure cuff beef with you know
There
who.
is-
Fucked a few female stars or two.
There has been no other person ever to put out, because if you listen to Biggie's "Ready to Die" and what was the other one? "Ready to Die" and
Life After Death.
"Life After Death." Both of those albums have like 20 plus songs, and every single
single
song
song.
is good as fuck. It's like
That's what-
there's not like a song you forgot about.
Did you see that Rap
like,
Radar interview with Drake? And he was
about a Scorpion album?
yeah, about a Scorpion
Yeah.
album. And the guys were basically like, do you not regret, but do you wish you had done things differently with like the amount of tracks? And he was like leading up to the album, I was just listening to those Biggie albums. And I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do. I mean, there's some skips.
That
There's
is
some
what's crazy.
There's some
Like, there's-
skips on Scorpion.
There's
There
a
are
lot of
some
skips. For
on
me on Scorpion, I can't listen to Scorpion really.
There's some songs
Yeah.
that
It's weird.
there are some songs that got overlooked though on Scorpion, but there
Yeah,
are
there's a
some
There's a lot of good-
skips.
Isn't that the one with Time Flies?
You.
I can't remember. There's
No,
some
it's not.
skips.
It is weird the way that the human brain works. The way that you assimilate certain things to certain things. The way that certain songs put you in certain moods. The reason I'm saying that is because I remember watching this thing on Savants, right? And this dude who knew how to count to infinity or knew the pi formula to infinity.
Yeah.
Right?
You could just go forever.
Yeah, he says, I see numbers, but every number has like a color to it. It's like a different aura of it.
That's
right.
crazy.
And then I remember
Whatever that Whatever that means.
Yeah, I mean, no, they show you graphics as to how it would look, and he said, yeah, kind of like that, but maybe like, but flip it, because now that you can describe it, people can digitally like manipulate any image, right? You guys should see it, bro. It's such a good. I don't know what it's called, but it's on Savants. Anyway. Back in the day, and I mean this, and I know it's gonna sound weird as fuck. Back in the day, like when I first started doing this, the Call of Duty 4, montages and sniping and all that. Like I remember clearly feeling the sensation of like going in between two people and going to go make a layup as I was running with my sniper rifle, like doing like a certain movement.
That makes sense.
It does
make sense.
Does it really? How?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
No.
Because I don't feel weird anymore.
It doesn't make sense to me at all.
I think like you
That's
see
interesting.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Say it one more time. What'd you say?
So like going to make a layup, like if you jump in between two people, land, and then go for a layup, like just pushing to go to a layup, right? Pushing aggressively to go to a layup is how I felt in certain scenarios when I was sniping.
Pushing
Oh,
aggressively,
okay,
maneuvering, and then like it being
I know what you're
a
saying.
smooth
something.
You
bucket.
have to finesse this guy to do this and like whatever. I thought you were saying something else. Never mind.
No, but
No,
that feeling, and I'm like, why the fuck do I feel like I'm doing a layup every single time I'm doing this?
That is weird.
Right, but it's like,
I don't think I've ever thought like that.
I have before.
I know what you mean.
I've thought that way, but I mean, I feel like that might be a competitive thing.
I don't know, maybe, but like I do that all the time too. Like Proof, he was right. I don't listen to music. I listen to podcasts, and when I have a decision to make, I don't listen to fucking anything, because one single word or one single thought is gonna influence me in a way that I don't need to be influenced to make it. That sort of decision. Just anything.
Do y'all ever have like quiet when you're like alone? Like do you like whenever I go home, I always put something on. Like something, there's always a podcast on, or there's always music on, or I'm always watching a documentary or something. Something is always on. And I never noticed that. I never noticed I did that until Alexis was here for like 3 or 4 weeks. She was just like, you never are quiet. Like it's never quiet here. And I was like, really? And then I've noticed that ever since.
Yeah, I'm not really. I feel like sometimes I'll notice that I'm laying there and it like a few hours have passed and I'm like it's just still silent.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not
Like,
doing
I
anything?
TikToks.
Sometimes watching like TikToks,
Like,
Instagram.
that's not really quiet.
Maybe streams, but like no, I definitely do sit there and just like dead silence.
Pet your cat.
It's probably kind of weird. Like sometimes I'll just lay there and it's just dead silent.
Yeah.
I don't have something to like distract me. And I think it's good to not always have something
I
to
think it is.
distract
I know
you.
it's definitely something's wrong for sure. Like I need to relax, but I feel like I always want to be like taking fucking information in. That's how I always feel like I am.
It's 'cause
Except
once
for
you
when you
stop,
need to make a
start thinking
decision.
about if you stop taking information in, you like start thinking about like shit you don't really want to think about.
I start making up scenarios. And I'm like,
Yeah,
this could go wrong.
literally making up just like
That's
how
true.
tomorrow's gonna
Yes.
go, and it's fucking
Yeah.
terrible, and now you feel shitty.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
if you're in the middle of like thinking about something, all of a sudden you hear a word in the song, you start singing along, and then you start thinking, oh shit, I remember this song with this thing, and then you start thinking about something else besides the thing that you need to fucking be thinking about. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
So obviously on the same Drake topic, and I saw a meme of this. Apparently he released a song that Kanye and Andre 3000 did while hosting a guest mix on Sirius XM that includes Kanye dissing Drake. What I
Kanye
saw
goes at Drake too.
was that song was really good apparently.
That song is the best song Kanye has released in a long time.
What song is it?
But it's it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but it's
The one with Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, same.
I don't think I heard Kanye's.
It's
Is it
good.
even Kanye's?
It's
Is Kanye
good.
on the song?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know
But
if it was
it's-
like
but
a
did you-
Frank Ocean. He just has Andre do a fucking song
Just-
on his album.
Did you see what Andre 3000 said? Like his statement about it?
No.
He said that he thought that he was giving Kanye a verse for Donda, and so he wrote it with that in mind. And so he talks about his own mom, and he talks about like Kanye's mom, and then Kanye just put that on a song and then made it a Drake diss. And so he was like, I just want people to know I don't have any problem with Drake.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be on a
Damn, now I
diss
gotta go
track.
back
No, of
and
course
listen to
not.
that.
right? Like,
Yeah, it's so weird.
So like
That's so weird.
Andre is talking about like his mom or whatever the hell he's talking about, like
Yeah.
all spiritual and like godly and pure.
Right.
And then Kanye comes on, he's
Drake
just dissing.
just dissing Drake.
Damn.
It's like, it's not like poet. You know how like Drake will diss Kanye but never say Kanye's name. Like he'll like
Yeah.
say like
Yeah.
Super subtle.
say like post that thing or whatever. You know what I mean? He like goes at Drake. Like it was. I only listened to it twice, but it was really good.
Is it hard for you to listen to someone dissing Drake?
No,
Do you like Pusha T?
see the only
That was a
thing.
mismatch, bro.
But the only,
Yeah.
because do you remember the last Meek Mill diss on Drake? The
Yeah.
one that went hard.
Yeah.
It like dropped really hard. That shit was good.
Yeah.
It's just it seems like when people go at Drake, they don't like try to outright him.
No, this is the thing
That's how
about
I see
this
it,
is the
I
thing
guess.
about that one very specific instance between Meek and Drake. Drake has this fucking banger, right? Back to back, a banger. But he's like, I can't call it back to back. So this is how I'm gonna strategically do this. I'm gonna go at him with this first song,
Charged up.
right? Charged up. It's gonna be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just to see what happens, right? And of course, that wasn't back to back, right? But it made Meek do what Meek did, and then Drake's like, okay, good, because I have this fucking banger, this thing that's gonna become a summer. Imagine the best song of a year is about getting dissed. It's like the best song of this year was like talking shit to me.
Imagine Meek Mill's
Meek's
point of
bobbing
view
his
of
head
that summer.
Meek loved that song.
Every club he goes
just
to.
can't
Go
That
to
song
the
went
club
hard.
without hearing it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like back to back wouldn't have been a back to back if he didn't release the one before that. So he's like, okay, I got to release one before this. Strategically, like so clever to do it the way that he did.
Like,
so
Charged Up
kudos
wasn't
and
that
props to him for thinking. Like that's the sort of creativity that really sets you apart, right? Like you have this banger, it's called back to back. He's like, well, I need to go back to back, so I got to create this other shit back here. Put this one out first, so I can then drop the fucking creme de la creme. God damn it.
When it comes to like
crazy.
diss tracks, like I don't really like diss. I like subtle jabs or like when they try to like be clever with it. Like if you like Big Sean and Kendrick had like a beef for a little while. And like going through like figuring out like I like diving into stuff and like trying to figure out what the diss is. And Kendrick has some crazy shit that he said about Big Sean. And that's what I like more than like, because Pusha T was like, you have a kid, 40's dying.
Yeah.
And then that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was.
I think that's all anyone remembers.
And so
out of
like
any
I
of
don't
them.
remember how it started.
I don't remember how it sounded.
Right,
I just
exactly.
remember like two
Drake.
bars from it.
What the fuck did Pusha T go with Drake? What was the point of that?
Oh,
The thing is, people. Ooh.
that was like whole camera. Just
Nice, close up, good
Damn.
job.
What were we saying? Gonna Drake.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna go at Drake, you gotta.
It's a mismatch, bro. Like he was setting himself up.
I think this beef is kind of
If
fun.
I was a rapper, I would go at Drake like Nas went at Jay-Z, like calling him
Ether?
like a pussy, like he's like the cornball on the streets, like
yeah.
and maybe Pusha did that, but like not like.
He
Like
got-
people
kinda
try
did
to
it.
like dance with Drake, like
It's a mismatch.
like you have
You
to
can't-
go
you have to
all
do some
in.
weird
You have to
shit.
say like
That's true,
You
yeah.
have to get disrespectful. You have to
gotta
fucking
hit him like
talk
where it hurts.
shit.
I will say
like a
put-
fire beat.
Pusha's last song on his album, because I listened to his album, that song's pretty good, and that one's about that. It ends with him talking about Drake, but Kanye produced that album, and so that's why the beats sound so fucking good, because it's like. If you took Kanye's production and like didn't have Kanye on it, it would be amazing.
It just,
You know what I mean?
It just doesn't matter what Pusha did. That's like, it's like me trying to diss Scump.
It's a mismatch.
As far as like
I said, it's
being great at
it's-
video games.
You better put
like no one's interested in what I have to say.
It's equivalent to like MGK versus
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah.
yeah. I get what
Everyone
you're
was probably
saying.
like, what the fuck?
That's why this one's fun. I like this one. I hope they keep going at each
Let
other.
me ask you this though: what does Kanye not get along with Jay no more?
No, they're cool now.
They're
apparently.
cool. I guess,
Jay
again.
Jay is not on Donda, right?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
And he's on Drake shit.
And he's on Drake's shit.
See,
And-
if I was Kanye, I'd be mad at Jay-Z.
So would I. But
Yeah.
Kid Cudi's on both too.
Can't get mad at Kid
That's
Cudi.
crazier to me.
Why?
Because
Yeah.
Kid Cudi and Kanye have been They did like dual albums together. Well, I guess so did Jay-Z.
And
And
had like Erase Me and shit.
Well, I think
Like,
Kid
Kids with
Cudi was
Ghosts?
just like signed to Kanye. wasn't
Really?
he? I think.
well,
he
they've been
was.
doing stuff on. They've been on each other's, or he's
For a
been. They've been
long
on each
time.
other's albums
They've been
for
doing for long shit.
like
Yeah.
7 years or something like that.
Since I was in high school.
I was on Instagram, so I don't know if this is true or not, but I was seeing that like how much rappers call for how much rappers charge for features, and then Eminem said he does it for free and only if he respects you.
That's fucking G.
I was
That's
like,
nuts.
fuck.
That's G as hell.
Everybody's
That's
like
nuts.
100 grand. Jay-Z 250, Drake 350, whatever. What's his name? Eminem for free if he respects you.
That's fucking G
I'm
as
like,
hell.
I'm like the fucking
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's G
became
as hell.
even whether it's true or not. Still one of my favorite people on fucking
Yeah,
earth.
I'm just
God
gonna-
damn.
I'm sure it is true. I'm sure it's
He
true.
seems like the
Yeah,
type.
But then I see Eminem featuring on like Snow the Products song.
Okay, but I guarantee you, he respects Know the Product. I guarantee
I
it.
guarantee he does.
Snow the
but
Product's
that's
a
just
girl,
like
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
She is good.
She's nuts.
Yeah.
But he's so. I feel like he's so like enclosed in his own. I see Eminem as like a fucking dude in a cave, just like looking shit
and
up online.
he just has the freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants.
I feel
When
like
you
he
start
cares
out
so
as
much.
controversial as he did, you sort of like become that. I think that you think that you're there with the shit that you be saying sometimes. And I'm like,
I'm the Slim Shady.
I'm
of-
like, you're not. All right, that's like, it's like, calm the fuck down. With that, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Let me tell you a little bit about Keeps and HelloFresh. Give us a couple of seconds while we say hello to the sponsors. Sponsor number one this week happens to be Keeps. Right? 3 out of 4 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time that they're 35. Sitting here as a 41-year-old phenom, I can tell you that had I noticed that something was going awry up top, I would have started my treatment way back when. In fact, even now to this day, while having what I have, I still use the appropriate ointments, the appropriate shampoos. I use everything to try to keep this as maintained as possible, right? More than 50 million men in the U.S. suffer from male pattern baldness. There are only 2 FDA-approved medications that can prevent hair loss, and Keeps offers both of them. It offers a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair, convenient virtual doctor consultations, and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't have to leave your home. You don't have to. You can just stay there and wait. You can do a Zoom call or whatever and contact and get an assessment on what it is that you need. It's low cost. The treatments just start at $10 a month, and Keeps offers generic versions. Discreet packaging and proven results. It has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, right? If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/OPTIC to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/OPTIC to get your first month for free. That's keeps.com/OpTic to receive your first month of treatment for free. The link is going to be listed in the description down below. Just click on that. Go check it out. Give it a try. Once you give it a try and try to improve. Self-improvement, man. Self-improvement. Give it a shot. Who's next? HelloFresh. Coming back for like the umpteenth time. Certainly am thankful for them sponsoring the podcast as much as they have. Fall is busy, but HelloFresh has recipes to save your time you'd otherwise spend meal planning, shopping, and chopping, so you can get back to what matters: spending time with family, watching your shows, whatever it is. With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it is America's #1 meal kit. Right? HelloFresh offers 50 menu market items to choose from every single week, from vegetarian meals and calorie-smart choices to extra special gourmet options. There's something for everyone to enjoy. With recipes assigned and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. Right? The fall harvest is officially on with HelloFresh. Count on seasonal recipes like pumpkin cinnamon rolls. Who doesn't want pumpkin? Raise your hand if you don't want pumpkin cinnamon rolls. Put your hand down. You know you do. For Friendsgiving ready sides, as well as fresh, high-quality ingredients that travel from the farm to your door in less than a week. Get better value. HelloFresh is over 30% cheaper than shopping at a grocery store, with pre-portioned ingredients that ensure you won't spend money on excess food that ends up going in the trash. HelloFresh offers flexibility you need to easily customize your order on the application within minutes. It's got its own app. Easily change your delivery day, food preferences, and plan size, or skip a week whenever you need to, right? Do it. It's the way to go. We often use it at the house just on days that I'm here late. Juice had a busy day with the dogs, Liv, homeschooling, I mean, you name it. Sometimes we just want to pop something in the oven and get it right out. Right now, if you go to HelloFresh.com/Optic14 and use code Optic14 for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping, right? That's HelloFresh.com/OpTic14 and use code OpTic14 for up to 14 free meals. I'm going to leave the link in the description below, so all you have to do is click it, and at the time of checkout, use the code OPTIC14 that I just gave you for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. Right? I've worked with them in the past. They've been a sponsor for a long time. We've tried the food. Sometimes I can't even get or finish what I give, so Matt takes half of it, and he enjoys it. Matt, do you enjoy the food from HelloFresh? He says yes, of course he does. Anyway, back to the podcast. And we're back. Apparently a CSGO team, which one was it? We didn't get an update. A CSGO team had a player that came down with COVID, and a coach had to step in to do it. Furia. And apparently the coach was fucking frying the entire game.
It went like last round or something, and they ended up losing.
Imagine the coach has a moment and brings. Imagine Troy is like
Troy just drops 50.
Different for CS though.
Yeah, why?
Those fuckers are grinding.
Yeah,
the coach is grinding. Also, like the coach is playing a lot of CS:GO.
Yeah,
you think Troy's getting fried?
Troy's getting absolutely tucked. I saw his controller; he's getting tucked. He had like a fucking all red like Xbox One controller. I was like, dude, you can't use that.
Yeah,
I was like, you're gonna get tucked. He would have been so unprepared, but like, yeah, that's dope though.
What's your favorite controller of all time? Because you came from
Xbox
360. Okay, it is 360.
Yeah, 360 for sure.
It's crazy because
that one. Why was that controller so perfect?
Dude,
and everything since then sucks.
I don't know. They got bigger, and then they got really small.
I almost feel like if we went back to those though,
PS4.
people would be like, "These are fucking trash."
Nah.
trust.
You think so?
Yes.
Nah.
You are
Because they're heavy and
correct.
shit.
Because
I
dead zones have changed so much. Because Xbox 360.
I tried that on Halo like last year for like a day. I was like, "This is awful."
If you plug in a 360 controller to your PC, every single 360 controller it has stick drift.
Yeah,
because
that's what I was gonna say. It has to not have slow turn. That's what it's called before stick drift.
yeah,
It's
slow turn. Holy shit!
You couldn't have slow. If you didn't have slow turn, then you would like buy a bunch of 360 controllers and hope one of them didn't have it.
Yeah,
and you would use that. So like that was the problem with them.
I
Like
hate
every other
dead
controller had
zones.
slow turn, so you'd be like,
I
this is
love-
fucking hate dead
I love
zones.
the feeling of the controller, and
Like, why
I
is that a
love the
thing?
360 because on 360, it seems like every game the dead zones are so high that like the controller had to be pretty fucked for it to have slows. I don't know if that's how it was in Halo, but in COD, like in COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, like the controller had to be pretty bad for it to have slow turn compared to now, because now like you can control your dead zone so much.
I hate it.
And you have to play on 599 or you're gonna get shit on by people with better controllers. That's just how it is. So you like. It's just I feel like gaming evolved. I mean, obviously it evolved past 360, but I do like the physicality of that controller.
I think it's perfect size.
Yeah, me too.
I hate what controllers. Well, I guess controller settings have become.
You and controllers
What
is
they've done to you.
I hate what they've done to me.
dude. Have you?
Because
have
at
you
first
looked
it's
by,
just a.
Yes, I have. His fucking.
Have
who
you
was
looked by
it?
his setup?
No, who had the worst?
Have you looked by it?
No, but two of my controllers are broke.
Yeah, I stole his core the other day. I was by the setup.
Dude, there are 14
yeah, what is it with
controllers over there.
Every so often, chat
Dude,
or
you are
whoever's
the
watching
I'm
this.
hypersensitive.
You're
I
the
feel
biggest
if a
head case.
controller
no,
is
you
good.
are a head case.
Bro, I think there's a vlog of mine from the from either 60. Crim 6.
Crim's a head case.
Crim
You might
6
be
Crim
bigger
6
than
Crim 6 is the worst.
you
Is
saw me
worse than
last
you
year-
when it comes to controllers. There hasn't been a single player under OpTic that I've been a witness to that has had more dead controllers by his setup than this guy. A fucking graveyard. Do you remember The Lion King where they go to the elephant graveyard and you see fucking... Bro, that was the scuff graveyard, bro. If you went by Crim's setup, there was like 15 disassembled controllers, joysticks here, joysticks
Remember
there,
the laundry
joysticks
room?
everywhere. Yeah.
Or beside the laundry room, that the place that flooded in the 60 or in a Scuff house, there was like tubs of controllers.
Yeah.
And they were just all of Ian's old controllers that were it was just parts. and like full controllers that were
Bro.
down there.
Everything just fucks with me. I'm hypersensitive to this stuff. So nowadays, when it's like, say I have my dead zones and I have my horizontal sense this, vertical sense this, acceleration this, dead zones this, one dead zone lower than the other.
Listen,
then I'm like, all right, it feels all right. But then I'm like, okay, but it doesn't feel that good. Let me try a different controller. And then I try a different controller. It feels even worse. So I'm like, I can't. And then it's just every controller feels different on different.
Do you have
the
that?
same stuff.
No. Listen. Like, I don't blame Nick because you got to think like he's playing against like Royal 2. He's playing against like Shotzi. Like Nick's not sitting there accepting the fact that like these kids are just better than him.
Yeah.
So he's just thinking, dude, dead zones, dude, dead zones. Like I'm more realistic than that. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not doing whatever the fuck that Shotzi kid's doing. So fuck that. Like I'm just gonna use my shit. Yeah, this kid's just godlike, whatever. You know? But like Nick's not like that. Nick's like, you'll know that they're better than him.
See,
He's
this
like,
whole
dude,
time
it's just a slow turn.
Time out. Just for the record, this whole time I thought you were talking about pubs. You've been playing against the Royals, fucking Snakebite, and you're thinking that it's the controller that's the issue?
No,
See,
no.
at the
Probably out loud,
event,
No.
not the
He
down.
is this way
I've
with
never
every
played
game.
at an event or in a tournament and after been like, God, my controller is so trash.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just like practicing day in and day out, or if I'm like doing bad for a few days, like 2 or 3 days, I'm like, man, my controller is something. Like
Nah.
what? I'm in a slump, and then I start blaming controllers. I'm like mentally, I feel like
How
I'm
long's the
there.
tournament?
Huh?
How long's the tournament? 3 days back in the day?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So after the tournament, you're probably sitting there on your flight
I don't
home, dude,
ever
it's my
remember.
fucking controller.
I don't ever remember blaming my controller.
I'll tell you what, though.
Besides in like
I do.
online.
I blamed my controller way back in the day, like 2011. Like on the 360, you would just hope you'd get a good controller, and then because they weren't even discussed back then.
Back
You would just
then,
buy them from
people would
GameStop.
save controllers
Yeah,
for it.
I would,
remember
dude, I
Roy
would
and
be
Lunch
taking-
would save a controller for the event.
Yeah, you would
Like
wait.
their good controller, and they'd practice
That's
on their
facts,
shit one.
and that's never like how it is now.
No.
Now
Because-
you just use whatever. But
Yeah, back then, I'm pretty sure if you would, the more you would use your controller,
dude, yeah,
it could
this
like
one doesn't
just
have float turn.
start
I'm not touching
feeling
that.
different.
You like break it in.
Yeah, more you break it in, it would start feeling different. So if it was like perfect,
That's
people would
why
just save it for
That's
the
actually
event.
crazy to hear. You said Lunchbox would use only one controller at events.
Lunch
A lot of
and
people do
Roy
that.
would both
Really?
a
save.
lot of people would do that.
That's crazy.
I know
to
they
me.
did.
That was common.
Yeah, I don't know if they did
common.
it every time, but
I
You
know.
That's
just have to get
crazy.
lucky.
Look, I know for a fact that if somebody like my brother would come over to my house early on Call of Duty 2 days, would come over and play that, and by the time I got it back, it would be so loose that I would have to replace my controller.
I hate when people touch my controller with
Same.
their
Bro,
warm fucking sweat
Same.
Cheeto hands.
One time I was when was it on the when Dashy was first on OpTic before he stayed on OpTic and wasn't on Huntsman. One time that they were practicing here, I accidentally moved something and his controller fell.
No.
I didn't say anything. Nobody else was
You didn't
fucked.
say anything.
Nobody-
That's worse.
Nobody was around. I put it back. Well, okay. First of all, if I drop this phone, no way to know if you broke it or not. I don't know if I knocked a loose
You
thing.
fucked
I'm
its
looking
dead-
at it.
The
yeah.
phone's dead zone.
So I'm like, I put it back, and then, bro, no bullshit. I was sitting like over here because the desk was over here at one point. I hear it's like, yo, did somebody grab my controller earlier? I'm like, no,
It's
but
like, dude,
I'm
I
like,
trigger. And you're
bro,
like,
something was fucking awry,
Yeah.
and he noticed it. And I'm
bet.
like, all right, I'm gonna let the tournament go through, and then afterwards, I'm like, yo. Did you feel something different with your control for real? He's like, yeah, on my left stick. It's like, what? He's like, you dropped it, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I fucking knew it. And I'm like, how the fuck does a dropped controller and you notice that?
yeah, that happened to me at IW Champs
feel
in
like
the,
I
in the
would.
finals.
Dude,
Oh, I had to replace it.
that shit was
Yeah.
crazy.
So I'll tell you, you remember
was-
that?
Yes, that was.
So-
I,
so-
I
record,
noticed right away.
I was recording.
Okay, so
You
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
jump, right?
I couldn't jump.
He couldn't jump in a jetpack game.
Yeah, I still fried for the first
What,
two
just
maps.
like one map?
Two maps. I sniped in the second map.
Was it one of those jumping
It was
where
jumps
like you
where
had
like
to
it could still
slam
jump.
it?
Yes, I had to like focus on it.
You had
though.
to dig your thumb into it,
was
like
like,
type and jump. Yeah.
And I
had
tried
some of
one
those.
time to do it in the first hard point, and I couldn't do it. Like I focused on trying to do both at the same time, like normal, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that. So I'm just gonna stay on the ground. So I was like, I'm just getting the hill, and then just like,
You're just
I
like, this is
remember-
working well.
I remember having to change your joystick on your controller, And I remember running to the scuff booth. I'm like, yo, this needs a new thing. He fucking fixes it, takes it back, and then Formal's like, you put my right joystick on my left joystick and my left joystick on my right joystick. Feel it? And I'm like,
Really?
It feels the same to me.
and then I take it back. I'm like, yo, you put them backwards because apparently, like, you can tell. You remember that shit?
right one
It was
feels
upside
like
down.
white
It was like-
joystick.
It was like
Oh, it was
upside down. Yeah, like I was like, wait, nah, that doesn't look right because the S usually was like straight. Like I would touch, like I could see the S was like right
Yeah.
side up.
Yeah.
And then you came back, and I was like, this is so trolly. It
Yeah.
was upside down. He's like,
"Call back."
Like, there's no, like, you know what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't being
that'd
like
fuck
prissy.
with
That
me.
would fuck with me. I'd be like, dude, what the? It's upside down.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I can't do that. So I just used a new controller.
But that was IW Formal, so it was not like this is trolly. It was like
It was like I was looking at my
Serious.
teammates.
It
And
was
I was
very
like, guys,
str-
I didn't lose full. It's all good. No, I'll use whatever. Like, just thinking about them.
you were so. I was rewatching all that shit. You were so like,
Serious?
dude, not like. It looked like you hated everyone.
I was on like a killer mode, bro.
He was just like literally like fucking.
just wanted to
You,
win
you
so
seen
bad.
that picture of LeBron like this?
Yeah.
That was Matt that whole year.
Yeah, I actually was. I was on my bullshit that year. Completely different than what it was now.
Yeah.
It's probably why I retired. Instead of like wanting to view everyone, I was like, I don't know.
Is this your first retired podcast?
No,
Nah.
second.
You were on the first one.
We're going to LA today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can.
We're going
Congrats.
to
That's
LA
secret.
today because we are going to go shoot content with the FaZe guys. We were originally supposed to do this. They already know.
Oh,
It's been leaked and shit.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they know we're doing content, but the
Oh no, they didn't know we were
merch-
doing content. Anyway,
the
so we
merch
were
is
supposed to
leaked.
do this after champs, but since we got knocked out so early that we didn't want to hang around from Sunday to like Wednesday. You good?
Yeah. Because we got knocked out on Thursday. Wednesday till
We didn't want
Wednesday.
Content at Wednesday.
It's only up from here is the way that I see it. Anyway,
That's why I didn't go to COD
good stuff.
Champs. Or I was gonna go for the content and everything, and like hang out the last few days of the event. But then we get knocked out, and
You're like,
and then
I
I
don't
think
want
you guys just decided, yeah,
to go to
nah,
Disney. Yeah, we just like went to Disney and.
well, I'd been gone for so
Chalk
long
it.
that I just wanted to get home like as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, you'd been gone for like a month.
Yeah, so we're going to LA. We land today. We go to dinner. We sleep. We wake up. We go to the FaZe offices, and then we go do the content.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I'm psyched too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in a long time.
I don't know if I've ever. I don't think I've ever met like Apex.
I feel like I haven't seen them since New Orleans. That one
Holy
event.
shit! What happened in New Orleans?
Crazy shit.
That was the last time you saw.
I
I've seen
think.
Tommy since. I've seen Tommy,
Yeah,
but
I think I've
haven't
seen him
seen.
once since.
I don't even know if I've met the other guys. I really don't know if I've met them.
I just remember. I'm trying to think when the last time I saw Banks was. What happened?
I don't know.
I was thinking about Flame Sword. I was thinking about Flame Sword.
Why?
Because didn't you tell me the story that like you brought the girls back to the room, like one gets on top of Mike, and like Mike doesn't ask
Mike-
any question, wakes up and
Yeah.
is making out with it. Like that is so funny to me. Like
Nah.
he's just asleep, wakes
Mike
up, doesn't ask a
literally
question.
woke up and just started sucking a titty. Mike literally woke up and just started sucking a titty.
No
Why is
questions
that
asked.
so fucking
He
funny
was
to me?
passed out. And then,
Yeah, just wakes up. He's just like,
Oh
Good
my
times.
god. Those are that we should have animated that story, bro. That should have been. You know how we animated the
Dude, that shit
the
was
Seth,
crazy.
the Seth one,
Bro, that was
Yo.
my first experience. 3 days before that is when I visited the 6050. So
Mm.
I thought this is just what OpTic was. I was like, this is just what you guys do all the time.
Get robbed.
Like Nick's just like pounding on the door because I was staying with Mike from DeSerto. And Nick just pounds on the door and comes in and sleeps in my bed. I was like, what happened? And like, we didn't know each other that well.
Yeah.
You were like,
wait, when was that?
when you were like
In
drunk that night.
New Orleans?
Yeah.
Why did I sleep there?
Because you couldn't get into your own room or something like that. I don't know what happened, but you stayed in my bed.
I kind of remember that. Kind of don't.
You were like super drunk, and I was like, "What happened?" You were like, "Bro, I just got robbed." And then I learned what happened, and I was like,
you probably thought OpTic was wild.
It's crazy
And- dude-
learning that is a thing. Like,
Dude,
Like-
they're probably still hustling.
yeah,
Those
like,
two are
girls
still
literally
doing it.
hustle there.
Just a little older.
wiser. They're so, bro, imagine how much better they are at their job. You know what I'm saying? Practice.
Pros now.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pros.
Yeah. They got Venmo schemes now.
Ooh,
For sure.
Cash App
That was
skits and
before,
shit.
like, it was just PayPal back then.
Yeah.
You couldn't just, like, put up a QR code.
No.
Just like,
That's
yeah.
seriously Apple Pay Me and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit now, Venmo,
Bro, they're
Cash
probably
App.
like so. I wish we could go back and like interview them. Be like, yo, you remember? Would you be mad
Right?
now? Like, how much did it take total?
I think only like 500.
Yeah.
And then,
like
and then they ruined this dude's laptop.
But back
So
then, that was a lot. They ruined Mike's. They poured water on Mike's laptop.
Why?
They just poured water over it, hoping it breaks, so we can't like wake up and
Yeah.
instantly like start looking at shit.
That's hilarious.
Or
Like,
cancel
That's
cards
smart.
and stuff.
Yeah, cancel cards or whatever.
That's smart. I'll
That's
tip that.
crazy.
I wonder how many
Bro,
laptops they've ruined.
Like
They
no
had-
fucks given.
They had been
Just
doing
for
that shit.
$500.
They had been
Right?
doing that shit.
And they split it. $250 each. $250 each.
What if you were like the third person that night?
yeah,
Like, what if that's how hard they grind?
Nah, there's no way because it takes too long.
What'd you say? Fuck you, white
It was
boy.
from probably
you bitches disgust me.
I said that to her. I don't know if she said "fuck you, white boy."
Well, man, that was one of that's. I mean, shit, man. It's been like 7 years and we're still talking about it. One of the most memorable lives. It didn't even happen to
7
us.
years?
Had to have been, right?
Disgusting.
Almost 6.
Yeah, probably like
Probably
Whatever.
6,
It's
6.
more than 5.
shit.
Whatever. It's more than 5.
Nah. God damn it. So we.
Just mad at nothing.
I catch myself just doing that sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? Calm the fuck down.
You know what I've been catching this podcast?
Oh, you saw me?
A lot. Yeah.
I don't know why I do that.
That is weird.
You
It's like one of those little kids that like.
Dude, I used to sit like this in my class.
Yeah.
I'd sit like this, and then the teacher would call on me because they thought my arm was raised, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, that's
"No, I'm just sorry. I just sit weird." And now, and every time somebody does some weird, I always remember sitting like this, and I don't know why,
I
but
remember
it stretches
cracking
your
my
back.
in high school and shit, and that shit would hit different. Like off the back of the
Off.
chair.
Those
Oh
chairs
my
that
God.
like wrapped around
they would
here.
connect to the desk, so you just like push
Yeah.
off. Oh, those were so good. You get a different type of crack. You would like, yeah.
Ascend.
It would like
You'd
unzip.
ascend. You'd ascend for a second, yeah. You'd be like, oh. Everyone would hear it. Everyone would look, and you'd be like, yeah, that felt fucking good. Yeah, do it again if I could.
Oh man, Dr. Disrespect says that Twitch is still the better streaming platform.
Correct.
So, you know, touching back on that, I think that it's okay for people to say that, even if you're beefing with someone, like you should still say like, yeah, they're better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It is better.
It is
I
better.
was talking to Steph about it. Yeah, it's way better. It gives you a fucking like Twitch gives you a different type of feeling than you. I'm like, I love Doc, but like I have just not gone to YouTube at all to like go watch
Yeah,
like
I haven't watched
Doc's
any
stream.
YouTube streams.
And but like I'll watch his videos sometimes, but if he was on Twitch, I'd be watching him every day. You know, it's just like Twitch. When I open up my computer and I turn my computer on, I go to like Twitter and Twitch. I don't open up
It's
YouTube.
like Twitter, Twitch. I was gonna say YouTube.
See, I don't open up YouTube. I know some people do, and it's like that's normal and stuff, but I don't. Like I'll
For
go on Twitch. And I'll
music.
just look at my recommended and then like just watch.
Yeah,
them.
I do go straight to YouTube, but I don't really watch
I
streams.
I
like
do
that.
go to YouTube, but I don't watch any streams.
Where do you go to watch streams on YouTube?
It's,
I don't know.
Every single time,
Yeah,
every single
exactly.
time I
That's
see
the
live
issue.
and I click on it, I'm like, it's an 8-hour video.
see, that's the
Yeah.
issue. That's the issue.
it's like clickbait, right?
That's why he says it's the better platform. Is because they haven't figured out. YouTube hasn't figured out how to separate streams and videos, because I don't think they want to separate it, but you have to.
Yeah, I feel like there should literally be a tab that says streams, and you click it, and it basically puts you in a Twitch YouTube world,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
where it just
Different-
it
it's like
streams,
pink.
games, categories.
It's not red. It's pink.
Like takes you out of the YouTube videos.
Yeah,
like
or like imagine that'd be sick. Actually, imagine
Yeah,
like
it
you
would.
click like streaming version of YouTube and it just went like blackout mode and just like
yeah, well,
turned to, like,
that's what
different
YouTube
colors.
Gaming
Yeah.
was at one point. YouTube
think-
Gaming, remember that?
It's still kind of. I think that's what they're still trying to do with that.
But I
Was
think
that
what
what
you said is
FaZe is
right,
ahead
too.
of?
Yeah.
YouTube Gaming?
No, I think he's just gaming in general. He's the head of gaming,
Who?
AR and VR.
Fwiz,
Yeah. So
coolest motherfucker I ever met.
yeah, he's one of them for sure.
One of the coolest motherfuckers I ever met.
he's like the closest
cap.
person to everyone around me that I haven't met. Like everyone knows Fwiz, but I don't think I've ever met him.
Really?
You've never
Yeah.
met Fwiz,
I've
really?
definitely met Fwiz.
You've definitely met Fwiz.
I don't know if you have.
Maybe in
Wow.
like 2013 or something.
Get the fuck. That's so weird.
I mean,
cool,
I haven't seen him
motherfucker.
in a very long
That's a
time.
cool cat.
But Fwiz was saying
He's
hi.
married now, right?
Yeah, he's got a kid.
Married
I was about to say, doesn't
young Liam Wyatt. Cool. COD
Unless
Pro's
it's
playing
me.
Warzone with creators. Ah,
Cool.
cool. Thanks. Question from Ransom.
Wait, COD Pros all playing Warzone with creators.
Okay, who though? What?
All of them.
They're not really.
No,
It's
they're
more so
not.
like Seth, Methods, and Tommy playing together.
Yeah, they're not playing with
They're not
creators.
playing with creators.
I
Ollie?
was hoping they would
They
play
were
with
like-
creators, and
that's
they're
what I
just
was
playing with
like,
themselves.
Yeah, it's just them three, and then like Slacked is like occasionally there. I was in there one night too. Holly was in there one night, and then someone else was in there another night. I forget.
Yeah,
who it
but like
was.
none of the pros are playing with Tim. None of the pros are playing
No.
with Jack. Like they're
All
just
right.
playing with themselves.
So
yeah, just horrible fucking horrible topic.
you want to crumble a paper and throw it
I
at
do.
Maddie?
I want him to just backspace it.
Oh, look, it disappeared.
Yes.
Oh,
there we go. Matt.
He
Questions.
deleted it. What is this?
It's for Matt.
It's for Matt.
Oh, give me it.
Oh.
Where's Raj?
He's-
Imagine this is Roger.
Wait.
If it's him, you have to throw it.
Imagine
It's a simulation.
that is Roger. Oh my god, bro.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Throw it.
That's
You-
crazy. You have to.
I can't. Look at how vibey he looks. He's so excited for the airport. He's like,
man.
I can't just. Like, I can't just
so
walk in
excited
with
for the
a suit
airport.
fucking Throw this at him right when he walks
He
in.
just walked in with a suitcase.
Roger, are you checking that bag?
Yeah.
Why?
That's take all the apparel. All the fish shit.
Damn, so now we gotta wait for somebody to
You want this?
Nah. Yeah, I do want it. All right. Question. Would you rather live 10, 100? Nope. If you had to live in a video game world, nope.
Wait, no. I
Wait,
do want
whoa,
to answer
whoa,
that
the
one. I do
video
wanna answer
game
that
world.
one.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And I'll give you the best
Danny Chuan. If you had to live in a video game world, what would it be and why?
Let me answer, okay? And this is the right answer. This is the correct answer. It's Pokemon. Okay, it's Pokemon. And just imagine having a fucking Pikachu or like a fucking Squirtle or a Charmander. Like, dude, it'd be Pokemon. It'd have to be Pokemon. There's no other world that would be better than Pokemon.
Okay.
After a while.
You did text me
Mr.
the other
Mime?
day and say, "Give me your cat."
Oh yeah.
So you do
Respond.
want to. There is an animal aspect there.
I was watching TikToks. I wanted a cat.
Pokemon's a good one.
Pokemon's a good one.
It might be the best one, actually.
Just imagine having a little vibey little friend that can like kind of talk to you. You know?
True.
Yeah.
He
He's
can
just
kind of
like,
talk to you.
Squirtle.
He gets
I'm
it.
just like Squirtle.
You're like, you want some food? He's just like, Squirtle. And you're like, all right, I got you. You know? Like,
You gotta give him food. He's just.
That might be broken, Roger.
they're like, you know that shit they eat? Little Pokemon food? It's like a little like, it looks like a turd almost. It's like,
Yeah,
it's just
it's
like a
like a
little
little-
brown
What do
thing, but
Pokemon
he's so
eat?
good. They all fuck with it.
They all like
They
the
all
same
fuck with
treat.
Yeah, I don't know if I could top Pokemon.
It might have to be Pokemon.
There's-
it's just not.
What?
Okay,
It's
let me
just-
hear your idea.
I needed like.
What's
yours?
I need someone else
Call
to
of
start.
Duty?
No.
God, two?
Non-stop eating.
I would probably what?
Pac-Man?
Huh?
We doing Pac-Man?
Just non-stop eating
Well,
as your life.
at least
Just
in
nom, nom,
Pac-Man,
nom,
there's a
nom.
Mrs. Pac-Man.
Yeah, and have you not seen the gym trainers in Pokemon?
No.
It's okay.
Misty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that name alone, right? Like you just know.
Sabrina? She's like the fourth fucking gym.
Sabrina is the one.
Sabrina?
Yeah.
She's the
Or
one.
fucking Erica? Well, Erica kind of sounds bitchy. Like, Erica.
I was gonna
She
go
wasn't
with.
Sabrina's the one.
I was gonna
woman
go
Team
with
Rocketer?
Zelda.
Jesse.
You know, you go on this dope ass adventure and you get the
See, I thought of
princess at the end of the.
Zelda's dope, but like,
That would be
imagine
so
facing
annoying.
Ganon in real life. Like, fuck that. I don't
Wait,
want.
I'm Link though, and I have everything.
Okay, well, you're Link, and you get one life in real life. You respawn in Zelda. If you were Link now, you would still be playing Zelda. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be doing Zelda. In Pokemon, you would be playing Pokemon with Squirtle. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like
that'd
you
be
would
so sick to have a little Squirtle that eventually turns into a Blastoise.
Like, in
You're
a-
what
like,
if he
dude,
dies
look
in
at
a
you. You're
fight?
awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at you. You've evolved. Imagine watching your Pokemon evolve in front of your face. Dude,
I just I
What they need to do is a realistic version of Pokemon where like
No, they can't, though.
your fucking Squirtle dies and he got ripped apart, blood spewing everywhere. You know
yeah,
what I'm
like
saying?
if he gets electrocuted by Pikachu, like you
He
see.
just fucking explodes.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
like,
worse.
Combust.
It's just like Squirtle.
Then you gotta like bury him. Like this is the real world.
You know,
we're
I'm
living
with
in.
you with that. I will go with
You gotta
that one.
bury your Pokemon.
Okay, you guys are
like-
misunderstanding the question now. Okay, it's not if you could take Pokemon and bring them to our life. It's if you could live in a video game world. So I'm not living in this life with
That's
fucking
true.
Pikachu.
I
I'm
did
living
take
in
it
the
wrong.
Pokemon world with Pikachu.
I did take it wrong. You're
which
right.
is vibey as fuck.
It is.
And it would be. It would be. Yeah.
Well, then I changed mine. Mine is Wind Waker.
You just want to be different. You just want to be different. Listen,
Mine would be
Pokemon
Doom.
world
dude,
would
you're,
be
you're
sick
still.
as fuck.
Mine would be World of Warcraft.
No, you
no,
don't. You
it
didn't.
Riding
would
dragons?
not.
Bro, you never
No.
even got a flying mount. You
Yeah, I
you were
did.
level 4.
I literally bought a 50 and flew.
Flied. I flied.
flied.
You might be the worst WoW player I've ever met.
I bought a 50 and flied.
Dude,
I win.
You bought a fucking level 100 account and you quit the next day. I was like,
Trash games are trash.
I can't believe you just said
Well,
WoW
what would
for
you
that.
use Pokemon too?
Yeah, most likely Pokemon or maybe Star Wars, but I don't know what.
I know
Probably.
which one Matt
Pokemon would
would
just be
fucking
the most
play. He'd play
fun.
that spaceship one that he
Oh,
plays.
Matt for sure. He can't
Matt
wait.
would play
Star
he'd
Citizen?
Spawn
Star
and
Citizen?
He'd live in Apex
No, Star
or
Citizen.
Warzone.
No, worse. This guy.
imagine
Wow.
Warzone?
Fucking
That would be horrible.
Suck. I swear people play like they're actually in the game.
I don't know. They have a. They
You
have
just die and you're just like, oh, finally rest, and then you're already back. Like,
You're in the gulag.
yeah, true.
Imagine you're
be
dead.
so
You're
scary.
peacefully dead, and all of a sudden you wake up and you're falling again. You're
You're
like, oh
tied to the
shit.
fucking chair in gulag and you're like,
just-
what the fuck? And you're ripping your arms
just
out.
a
You're
life,
like, what
life
the
of
fuck?
stress.
It's just hell. Yeah, it's just constant
You
stress.
win and they just throw you back into the world again. You're skydiving. You're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what the fuck? Do I have a shoot?
yeah,
so
that
confused.
sounds horrible.
That is crazy. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the OpTic Podcast. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please remember to not leave without leaving a like. A huge shout out to Keeps and HelloFresh. All of our information is going to be listed in the description down below. So if you haven't followed us on Twitter, go ahead and do that right now. Get a 4-piece right now. We'll see you guys next time.